Alright, so here is theft of access cards. And what I want you guys to do is pick three of these, any three of those, and tell me what they are. And I want you to find an example where somebody was arrested for counterfeit access cards. Tons of those on the internet, okay? Misuse of scanning devices and encoders. Ton of arrests on the internet. So tell me, find a description of one of these crimes on the internet and tell me how it was a crime under the section of the penal code. So say you misuse of scanning devices or encoders. So then you're going to find a news article about that and say these guys were arrested and this is the elements of the crime fitting that and how they were arrested. Okay, so that is part of your assignment there. Oh, look at this. The Medicine Police Department made an arrest here, and it says that they were arrested because they were stripping metal shells from the now closed Scenic Nursery. So on Scenic and Coffee, there used to be a nursery there, and it closed down. The business shut down. However, when they shut down, there was just tons of property still there, but even it's closed, it doesn't allow you to go inside and steal everything, right? So those guys were arrested for stealing property that did not belong to them. This one is the best one. I love this crime. Theft of lost property, where you find property, okay, where I've come across a lot of people who say they found property all the time. I talked to people who found like thousands of dollars. They found Rolex watches. They find guns all the time. It's amazing how many guns are just laying around everywhere, and they find the guns. Been alive on this earth, let's see, going to come on 56 years. I've never found a gun while walking around, riding my bike. Never found thousands of dollars. Well, by law, you have to turn it in when you find it. You have to make some type of effort in order to try to find the owner. So you can, it says the Civil Code provides a manner in which one who has found property should pursue a legal course of action in attempting to restore such property to its rightful owner. Okay, so I would stop those guys and they would always find stuff. I'll end up arresting them because they found this watch and end up getting more stuff off of them. All right, here's all the degrees of theft. I think you guys have known this. $950 and above is considered grand theft. However, it's a wobbler because so many people steal nowadays. And less than $950 is petty theft. And theft of a firearm is a felony regardless of how much a firearm costs. All right, here's a punishment for theft. So if you want to steal, here's all the bad things that can happen to you. On that one there, find me an article where somebody was arrested for grand theft and see how much you were in prison for. So pick your state. I don't care at this point. You guys can pick whoever you want and then tell me what type of sentence they received. Okay? Petty theft with a prior. So if you're a bad boy, bad girl, and already been convicted of theft, and obviously you haven't learned your lesson in any aspect, and you continue to steal, they make these laws and created these laws so that you'll spend more time in jail because obviously you haven't learned your lesson. So this guy here is spending 25 years? Because he had prior 11 convictions, 23 years, I stand corrected. Because he stole a pair of hedge clippers, because everybody's in dire need of hedge clippers, right? So you go out and about, it's like, oh my gosh, what should I steal? I'm going to steal hedge clippers because everybody needs hedge clippers in this time, right? Well, he's been doing it so long, they decided to give him 23 years to life. And now, of course, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's doing 23 years in prison. All he did was steal hedge clippers. But obviously, he's had 11 other convictions, and knowing that, how hard it is to get a conviction, is just amazing. So now he's going to spend 23 years in prison for doing that. All right. This is when they talk about separate multiple thefts. So if it's one case, so somebody goes into your house or into your garage and steals multiple items, okay, loads up the U-Haul trunk, that doesn't count as each possession as one count. it's one crime. However, if they burglarize your house or steal from your house or your garage, go across, steal from the neighbor's house or their garage and go and so forth and so on, those are all separated. Okay, does that make sense? Oh my gosh, I had one guy, he stole an iguana, right? And why you just like go in somebody's house and steal the iguana and leave, and he stole it. So the victim was obviously very upset with the iguana being stolen. I had a pretty good clue who stole it, but I couldn't prove it. So I told him, I said, I know you stole the iguana. Here's the deal. The owner told me the iguana is sick, and he's was taking it to the vet. And if the iguana bites anybody, the person can die of this traumatic disease because they were trying to cure the iguana of its sickness. And if it bites a human, they can die. So if you have the iguana and that happens, I'm going to arrest you for murder or attempted murder. Well, I end up leaving, and voila, we get a phone call. Not even 20 minutes later, there's a iguana walking in the front of the house, right? And it was a victim's iguana that he let go because he didn't want to be arrested for the iguana biting anybody and killing him. Okay, he's receiving stolen property. You can't receive stolen property. Okay, if you buy stolen property and know it's stolen, you should have known it's stolen. You go buy a laptop computer for $25 because you saw it on Craigslist. Well, you probably should know, like, hey, this thing is probably stolen. Make sure it's not stolen, because even though you have it, you can be found held liable. Like, I didn't know it was stolen. I bought it for this much, and you can't have stolen property, right? And you have a pretty good reason to believe that the property is stolen. So here's a little video on the stolen property, and I want you to tell me at what point the person knew the property was stolen. Okay? And this is what we do with all the stolen property that we find on people. You can ask a judge to procure it, and you ask to say, hey, I want this property and we're going to use it for, like, say, binoculars. We procured a bunch of binoculars. We procured a bunch of bicycles because we work undercover riding the bikes everywhere. And all kinds of different stuff. If not, you have to destroy it. You can't just go around keeping all this property, okay? And last but not least, defrauding an innkeeper, where you want to go get a free meal or stay at a hotel for free or in apartments or anything like that without any intent to pay for the items that you receive. All right, that's it. Talk to you guys later. Good luck. Hang in there. So close. Hang in there.